Hello, my name is Alex Chen, and today I'll be talking about the zero tolerance policy, which is a highly controversial topic today. The Trump administration has introduced a zero tolerance policy calling for the prosecution of all individuals who have illegally entered the United States. At a glance, this might seem like a good solution to stop illegal immigration. However, the problem with that is that many illegal immigrants cross the border and then have their children within the US borders. Therefore, the parents are illegal immigrants, but the children are United States citizens. This zero tolerance policy is separating children from their parents, which is clearly a problem. From April 19th to May 31st, 1,995 children were separated from their parents at the border. This is 46 children being torn apart from their parents every single day. The idea of punishing parents who are trying to save their children's lives and punishing children for being brought to safety by their parents by separating them is fundamentally cruel and un-American. These children are currently residing in camps and shelters across the United States right now. However, another problem arises. The Department of Homeland Security facilities do not meet the basic standards for the care of children in residential settings. For example, lack of bedding and sleeping on cement floors with thin blankets, open toilets, no bathing facilities, constant light exposure, confiscation of belongings, insufficient food and water, lack of access to legal counsel, and extremely cold temperature is just a few of the many problems with these residential settings right now, and this is the reality of where these children are sleeping at without their parents. Looking at these images of children at the border without their parents in these harsh conditions is just horrifying to look at. The ethical question is, should the separation of parents from children be stopped immediately? And many other questions can arise from this, such as, if the parents must be deported, then should the children be deported with them, just parents and children as one, even though the children are United States citizens? Or should they have the choice of whether they want their children to stay or not? The moral agent is President Trump because the Trump administration has introduced this policy, and people who know about the situation but also are not doing anything to help them are also moral agents. The subject of moral worth is the children who are forced to live in camps for weeks without their parents, and the parents who have been deported and do not know where their child is or how to get to him or her. Separation of a parent from his or her children should never occur unless there are concerns for the safety of the child at the hand of the parent. Now, from a deontology perspective, supporters of the zero tolerance policy are probably looking at this from a deontological perspective. These illegal immigrants broke the law and therefore they need to be dealt with appropriate punishments. That is what people who believe in deontology would say. However, this situation cannot be dealt with from a deontological perspective. A child's right to stay with their parents within the safety of his or her parents' caress is much stronger than any immigration policy. Regardless of whether they need to be deported or not, the children and parent cannot be separated. The children and parent should be staying as one, and whether they stay in the United States or be sent to their original countries, they must stay together. Thank you.